I'm 1 week out from a 5K I genuinely wasn't sure if I'd be ready for. And honestly, I feel calmer than I felt this entire year, which is a little terrifying because I think I expected 1 week out to feel loud, nervous, chaotic, high pressure. But instead, it feels really quiet. And in this video, I want to talk about what my body actually feels like after rebuilding consistency, where my money stands going into the final week of the month, and the 3-step system I'm using to finish May strong. Even though this month definitely didn't go perfectly, because weirdly, this whole process has taught me something about money too. And I think this is the first time I actually understand what finishing means. I want to explain this feeling as specifically as I can, because I genuinely don't hear people talk about this part very often. 3 weeks out felt stressful. There was still enough time left for doubts to keep negotiating with me. Like,
you could lower the goal. You could stop taking this so seriously. You could pivot and call it balance.
And 1 week out feels completely different. The doubt isn't gone, but it's quieter because now the work is already in my body. I can't cram fitness into the final week. I can't magically become a different runner by race day. Whatever I built over the last few months, that's what I'm bringing with me now. And honestly, that kind of realization feels kind of freeing because preparation is over. Presence is now the job. I don't have to keep asking myself if I'm doing enough. That question is closed. I just have to show up. And I think that's what quiet ready feels like. Not loud confidence, not motivational speech energy, just settled. Like I know what I put in. And I'm not arguing with myself about it anymore. 1 week out feels different. So let me give you the actual training update because I promised myself I would tell the honest version of this process. Coming back after April, after Rome, after falling out of rhythm for a few weeks was easier than I expected. And I want to phrase that carefully. Not easy, but easier. Because those first few runs back still humbled me immediately. My lungs came back faster than my legs did, which honestly kind of felt disrespectful. But there's something I understand now that I didn't understand in January. When you build a real foundation slowly, it doesn't disappear the moment you step away from it. You don't go back to zero. You go back to maybe 70%. And 70% is a completely workable place to restart from. Within 2 weeks of getting back into my schedule, I felt the rhythm come back, the familiarity, the part of my brain that remembers, oh right, this is what running feels like. And honestly, I think consistency is cumulative. Every run I did from January through March, even the slow runs, even the treadmill runs, even the runs I almost skipped, they were all deposits. April was a withdrawal, but I had enough built already that the withdrawal didn't empty the account. That's the financially fit version too, by the way. So let's talk money. Financially, this month mirrors the running journey almost exactly. I'm 1 week from the end of May, and no, this month was not perfect. There were categories that ran over, but here's what is true. The direction stayed right. And I think I'm finally learning the difference between a month where every number is perfect and a month where the overall direction is healthy. Those are not the same thing. So here's a system I'm using right now. I call it finishing with intention. Not catching up, not punishing myself, not pretending one imperfect week ruined the entire month, just finishing intentionally. 3 things. 1, I look at the actual numbers. No spiraling, no avoidance, just facts. 2, I redistribute. If one category ran over, I pull from a flexible category. Not savings, not next month, just the wiggle room inside of this month. And 3, I close the month with intention. I look at what worked, what didn't, what I change next time, and then I move forward. Because honestly, the finish line on May 30th is not gonna ask me whether I missed runs in April. And May as a whole does not disappear because 1 week got messy. The whole arc still counts, not just the imperfect middle parts. And honestly, this framework has helped me so much mentally. So if this kind of monthly reset system is something you want help building too, my Financially Fit Starter Kit is linked below. It's basically the exact framework I've been using while we're building my own habits this year. I've done a lot of this alone, and I actually mean that in a positive way. This year has really been about building self-trust, building a relationship with myself that doesn't rely on outside validation to feel real. But I would also be lying if I said the people watching these videos haven't become part of my journey too, and not in a way that made earlier parts of this year feel performative. This feels different, quieter, healthier. Because when people message me about their own 5K, their own financial reset, their own attempt to rebuild consistency, honesty after a rough month, it reminds me about why I keep choosing honesty over performance. I can feel when I start editing myself into a more palatable version, and I don't want this channel to become that. So if you've been here since January, thank you. Seriously. And if this is the first video of mine that you've seen, welcome. You've picked a very interesting chapter to arrive in. So 1 week out, the training is in my body. The month is almost closed. The doubt is quieter. And now the only thing left to do is show up on May 30th. And no, I'm not certain that the race will be perfect. I don't know what my pace will look like. I don't know how I'll feel at mile 2. I don't know if I'll walk portions of it, but I do know I'll cross that finish line because honestly, that was always the real goal. And if you're in your own version of 1 week out right now, whether it's fitness, money, or some quiet personal goal you've been building towards all year, this is what I want you to remember. The work you already did still counts. Even the imperfect weeks, even the gaps, even the slower seasons. You do not have to earn your finish line. You just have to show up for it. If this resonated, subscribe. Race day is next week, and I'm documenting the whole experience honestly. I'll see you on May 30th, and then I'll see you on the other side.